Okay, wait. You know what? This is a great time. This is a great time. This is perfect. Like, okay, so there's something I've been thinking about. Let me let me get the delay into a point that's more uh friendly to where I'm at, right? Okay. So like I've been thinking a lot about the way that people talk about how they no, that's not it. Start that over. Row that back. I've been thinking a lot about how people speak. The cadence of their voice. That's the word I'm looking for. And like how it affects the perception of their voice, but also like how their presentation affects the presentation and the interpretation, right? So like for example, someone like me talking off the cuff, I'm obviously like slightly fucking stupid, right? So it like I stop, I stumble, I miss words, I say fuck a lot, I say shit a lot, I say god damn it because I can't think of the words, I can't conceptualize things. I have them as thoughts, and those thoughts are more like feelings than they are words that can be used to conceptualize. So if I slow way the fuck down, oh my god, that was a weird sound. But if I slow way the fuck down, I can kind of fake it. Like if I feel like I know what I'm talking about, I can kind of jive with it. I can keep it up. I can give it a rhythm. I can present it. But then there's also acting. And it's funny because there's two forms of acting. It's like you think about it, and the cadence of stage acting is entirely different from what would be considered good film acting. And it kind of blows my mind because it's like in a film someone's going to be really they have to really capture the essence, but they have to capture it in a way that it's like concrete, it makes sense, it flows, right, man? Whereas in real life it doesn't fucking flow. In real life it's me. Why does it keep shutting down anyway? So on stages though you enunciate, you leave them hanging on your every word. You have to have a certain power to it. Realism isn't quite where you want to be. On stage, you kind of want to have a certain projection, a certain power, an overemphasis, even just just enough, just enough to convince people that you're real, but you're real, you know. But of course, if you're real, you just kind of spit it at speed. And if you're like me, it's fucking you fucking stumble over things, right? So at the same time, if you know what you're talking about, you can give it a certain cadence that, again, it feels like you have an authority, right? So you see what I'm doing here, right? Dear God, I hope it came across properly. I'm sure I did a shit ass job, but I had to give it a shot because that's the only way I can really think to make that argument is by driving it home with examples, with pure intent. Like, I can be myself, I am being myself. These unnatural pauses, these blanks, these gaps, they're all who I am. But like if I have something that I've been thinking on, I can present it as something I've been thinking on, as something clearly, as something relatable. I can give it a personality. I can give it my personality more specifically. Of course, there are some people who give a presentation and they don't give their personality, and they give them like a really rigid set of what you get out of, say, what you're expected to do in class, which is never what I did in class. And what I never did in class did so much better than the shit that they did. So it's the primary way to present. I've been obsessed with this idea lately, to the point that like I want to make an edited video and talk about it, but I don't know how other than just presenting it. And presenting it requires me to set up a script, and a script makes it so rigid that you don't want to do it. Changing cadence has a whole lot to do with the way people are going to perceive you and what you say. I don't want to write a script. I'm not going to write a script. I'm improvising it right now, and then I'll edit it. I can't cross my hand. Oh, I can cross my hands. Fuck you, motherfucker!